Hi, welcome to Geography. I'm Mrs. Cross and I'm a geography teacher. I've been at St Peter's for a long time now, and we are really excited to welcome you to have a look around our geography department and just a bit of an introduction of what we do at Key Stage 3 and what we've been studying over the last few years and what you hopefully will be studying when you also come to St Peter's as well. So with Year 7 we start off with some real core geography and we look at geographical skills, and that encompasses lots of different things like map skills, and we look at the wider area around us, and we look at photograph analysis, and we even go on to things and look at like satellites and look at how exciting they are, and at Google Earth and how all of these things work. And then later through the year, we decide to study lots of different physical and human geography. So some of the physical geography that we do in Year 7 is we have a look at ice and glaciers and how that changes the world and the landscapes around us. And then we start to look at human geography, which is things like where you live and how many people live in the world and why is population so big in some countries and so small in other countries, and how that can affect lots of different things. So Year 7 is a really exciting time for geography. We also study what we call geographical timescales, and this is one of my favourite topics because we look at the Earth and we look at how the Earth was formed, and we look at how old the Earth is, and we look at things like fossils and rocks and dinosaurs and how they came to be and what caused the dinosaurs to disappear. And you know, it's lots of exciting things that you've probably not studied before and new things that you do. Then when you get into Year 8, we start to look at more complex things, and we start looking at a range of different countries. So we look at countries like Brazil and Africa, and we look at the differences within Brazil and Africa. We look at the rainforest and all the different animals that live within the rainforest and deforestation and what's going on there. And then within Africa, we look at more like population and the differences within how each country has going to be having a really big population in the future. So by 2050, Africa's going to have some of the biggest cities in the world, and we're going to be looking at why that is and why it's all changing. So it's really, really exciting. And Year 9 is our real exciting year, and Year 9 is where we're looking at all the favourite topics that your parents probably did when they were a student. So we look at things like rivers and coasts, and we're good old oxbow lakes, and we look at how they're formed and how they've been made and how they change. We look at meanders and waterfalls. Then we move on to things like coasts, where we look at how the coastline changes and how waves work. And then the really exciting topic we do is weather and climate. And so we look at weather and climate in Key Stage 3. And everybody always asks me, why does it rain? And so you finally work out, why does it rain? Why do we have rainbows? Often, when is it going to snow? So we look at what causes snow and what you can do with the snow, and why does it snow in some parts of the world, in parts of the country, and why doesn't it snow in other parts of the country? So it's really, really exciting, and weather and climate is one of my favourite topics. And then we finish off Key Stage 3 looking at Rio and Rio de Janeiro, and we look at the exciting opportunities that are going on in that city and really compare it to the UK. So if you decide to study geography with us, which we have lots and lots of students that study geography with us, a real exciting aspect that we look at is we do some field trips and field work and some extracurricular. One of my favourites, so I teach physical geography at A level, and one of my favourites that we do is we go out to the coast and we go to Wales for the day, and we measure different aspects of the coast. So we look at waves and the different types of waves that you've got. We look at the direction that the waves go in. We also look at what waves can do to the coastline. So we measure the erosion, and we look at what and how that affects the coastline, and we interview local people about what the changes are to their area. So it's a really exciting opportunity if you take geography at Key Stage 4 or GCSE, because we've got lots of opportunities where we go outside of the classroom and we learn about other things. We also go out to a forest and we measure different rates of precipitation within the forest, and we look at the rates of the different types of vegetation that's in the forest. So it's very, very exciting because we do lots of different things from lots of different angles that we talk about in the classroom, and it's a real chance for you guys to go practice your learning outside of the classroom. So we have lots going on in Key Stage 3 geography, and we can't wait for you to be part of making volcanoes and setting them off on the playground, and we're really excited to having you being part of that department and being part of all these lessons with us.